LJ showed his ass and it was not a good look.
Welcome to Cliff Alerts. Today we're going to be talking about OWN Network's reality-based TV series, Ready to Love, Season 6, Episode number 8.
Today we're going to be focusing on the ghetto fabulous men and women who showed up on this show, and it is what it is.
Yeah, the episode begins with nephew Tommy reconvening the fellas in the men's lounge and giving them an assignment for this week because they are the ones that have the power to eliminate one woman at the end of the week's process.
And their assignment is they get a truth teller in their family, their friend, their exes, a truth teller who can meet these women, meet the strongest connections that they have, and give them some insight about who they are actually choosing. So to start it off, we see Randall meeting with Jamela.
Well, first of all, before we get there, he invited his ex-girlfriend Brittany
Yes.
to meet with all of his 3 connections. And while I have an opinion about that, and that being like a total mistake, he did it anyway. And that theme was kind of like repeated amongst the fellas.
Yes, a lot of them pulled in their exes. I'm not sure why. Brittany looked like a cool lady.
Mm-hmm.
She complimented the ladies when they came in. She gave them a hug.
Mm-hmm. Very cordial, very pleasant.
Right. When asked why they broke up, she said that, they really weren't feeling each other and they should not have dated in the first place, but they stayed cool with each other, so that's why she's there. Jamala, Kayla, and Shanika.
Right, and let's also throw in there that Brittany did say that the last time they had dated or when they ended their relationship was back in
2014.
Right.
So these people have been disconnected for quite some time.
Yeah, damn near a decade.
Right. Brittany asked the women what are their goals. Kayla said that she wanted to be an entrepreneur and that she wanted her man to be in that space with her.
And she kind of felt like Randall might be that guy.
Right. Jamala talked about she thinks Randall needs organizing and she is a good organizer.
So
I'm not sure what that means. Sounds like she want to fix the brother, and that's the first red flag. No one can fix another human being.
Right there with you on that one.
And Tranika, I'm not sure what this sister said. I was distracted because Tranika needs a over-the-shoulder boulder holder. We girls who got some bits and some pieces and all that, we need to strap them in and lift them up. I am wary of seeing Trinika's situation just moving and shifting. I don't know if it's the heat, but she gotta get a boulder holder for those things. I mean, you understand?
I do.
I mean, when you let them loose, it's like moving furniture.
Randall didn't seem to mind, but I tell you what, it
But
wasn't a good look.
It does not look good,
It was not a
particularly
good
when
look.
she later in the show she met with LJ. It just makes her look tacky.
It was, like I said, just something that
It
I
just
felt
does
like.
not look classy. Get fitted for a bra, so when you put it on, you look like you have everything in the right spot.
You dropping expert knowledge on it.
Yeah, you can't just buy any bra off the rack if you got that equipment moving around. You gotta be fitted. But that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Hey, you said it all right then.
They eventually left, and Brittany told Randall that she felt that Kayla was the best choice.
Right, she had a
said,
soft energy.
Soft energy.
I don't know what the hell that means.
Kayla has a soft energy. We're gonna go with what you said. Next up at bat is Mike, and Mike had his girlfriend, his friend.
Yeah, his bigger sister, Jolanda.
Yeah,
or Gerlanda. I
Gerlanda.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know if this is one of the rare Grady moments, but I'm not sure I got the name pronunciation correct, y'all. But
But
I'll leave it to Fred.
she said, that's just wrong.
Why?
She said they grew up together and she looked at him like her little brother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
She's big sis. He's little brother.
Right.
Got that.
All right, well, Kayla and Brandy. They came through Kayla with her soft energy. She had on a pretty, I think it was a pink dress. And I'm not a fan of what Brandy was wearing, rather. It seemed like she was dressed down a little bit because you're trying to impress.
Yes.
And I didn't think that outfit would leave her an impression.
Yeah, yeah, like that was not the best choice from her
Right,
vantage
because
point.
they're both beautiful women,
Mm-hmm.
and we know that because Brandy is a airline stewardess, she travels a
Right,
lot.
so she knows how to do that.
So she got
She can
some
put it together.
fashions that she needs to bring out the closet.
She can do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she's not shabby with what she's working with. So that's all I'm saying.
Right, right.
So Mike is engaged with Kayla. They're staring into each other's eyes, and Gerlanda.
We going with that, Fred. Yeah, I think you're right.
She said that she could see that they had a chemistry and a connection, but really it's just lust, Jolanda.
Oh boy.
That's what was going on.
Oh
And
boy.
even Kayla, when she was leaving, said that she hoped there was something a little more than the lust that she was feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Gerlanda said that eye contact was powerful, strong, direct,
Yeah, well, you know how
serious.
that goes. Then Brandy
arrives and
joins the conversation,
Mm-hmm.
and you could clearly tell that Brandy has the edge. Even Jolanda noticed it. She said that Gerlanda.
Come on, Fred. Come on. You doing good. You was doing good.
She indicated that she noticed that he was rocking and shaking and moving.
A little nervous.
And he was a little nervous. And when a
Uptight.
woman can make a man nervous that he is feeling, that says something.
Uptight.
So, they hug up, and, Kayla doesn't like the competition space. So she headed out.
Exit stage left even.
She headed out. She doesn't like that competition thing at all. And while I don't blame her, she gotta be who she is.
At the same time, and not be intimidated by those kinds of scenarios based on the situation that they all are part of.
Right, because she got a lot to offer. She just gotta need to stop, in my mind, being so thirsty.
Right, right. And
so, but that's just me at this time. Brandy said that when she met Mike, he told her that he wanted to, tie her down immediately, put on lock.
Yeah.
Didn't want any other man to have access, and she liked that about him.
Yeah, and she also revealed that she talks to that brother every day.
Yes, they have a
Every day.
conversation. And Gerlanda asked her, well, what about the kids? And she said, well, she wasn't really thrilled about dating a man with kids, but he helped her change her mind, and now she's all for it.
Having some of her own.
She wants some of her own.
Yes, indeed. That's the transformation from when she first started, isn't it?
Right.
Mm.
So, you could tell there's attraction between them, and why not? Mike is a handsome man, and after they hugged up and Brandy left, Gerlanda told him that she believes his strongest connection, he's different around Brandy than Kayla.
And that he's got a tough choice to make because both of the women are very nice.
He said Kayla stepped up a little bit. He didn't do any performative art kind of nonsense, or telling her to get up and all that other, BS.
Yeah, and
That was just a power control thing that he tried to pull on.
Right, and it's interesting that you mentioned that part of it, because Kayla mentioned in her conversation with Yolanda that she wants Mike to kind of show her that he's interested in her,
Right.
and step up that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And because she feels like she's doing it with him, but he's not doing it with her.
Right, but this is the part I think she's being thirsty.
Okay.
The man is clearly into her. The man is looking at her. They're looking at each other. They're feeling that sexual energy and vibe.
Yeah.
So, and it's clear that that's how he's feeling.
Yeah.
Now, when they started off, he didn't want to have anything to do with her because she felt that she was too young.
Okay.
Now they have progressed into, they're trying to find out if she's
Move
a
to the
strong
next step.
connection or not.
Yeah.
So she can't say he's not showing her anything. She wants him to go faster than he is willing to go right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be her issue. Next up,
Samson.
Samson. Well, I don't think Samson's person is here, because if he's gravitating towards Sharice is not the one.
He invited his ex-girlfriend,
Right.
Alabelle, to come and make the assessment and give her honest feedback about who Samson perceives are his strongest connections. Right, and Sharice was one that arrived first out of the threesome that he had invited to meet her and talk.
Right.
Then it was, I believe it was Looney behind
Looney
that.
showed up.
And then Brandy. Brandy closed the show, I guess, so to speak.
Alabelle asked the ladies how they feel about Samson.
Mm-hmm.
Sharice said, hey,
She spoke up.
I'm feeling the brother. I think he's so attractive, he's kind, he's sensitive.
Felt like they were a good match.
Thought that they were a good match.
Mm-hmm.
And I will fight for that man.
In other words, she'll show you the hands over this brother.
And I thought, again, a woman doesn't show all that to someone. She doesn't really know Samson yet, and she's in a group of women that she is basically competing for his affection. I wouldn't be saying, if I like the brother, that I'm gonna fight for him. To me, that's a little much.
It's over the top, and I think she could have said it far better. She could have expressed that sentiment. That.
What about if she said, Samson is a wonderful person. I feel so calm and peaceful. I think he's so knowledgeable, and he's an intellectual, and I love talking to him. I learn new things when we speak. I just think he's an awesome man, and I'd like to spend more time with him.
I look forward to spending more time with him. Yep, that would have been a far more, I guess, appropriate and or mature way to have dealt with that. Dealt with that situation in terms of her commentary.
I'll fight for him, girl. That's what I'm saying. Where did these people come from? Where?
I'm just saying, that's what she says she was gonna do.
I'm
She'd be willing to do.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna move on. Looney thought it had too
much edge to it.
Sharice's response had too much pick-me vibe, and Looney said, "Hey, I'm not about to fight for you.
But what I'll do
is, if you like, I'm gonna step.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't like, I could go about my business.
Right. I'll show you
No
who I
harm,
am.
no foul.
Right. I'll show you who I am. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Right. And that's respectable.
I think
without appearing to be thirsty.
I think so.
Yeah. She didn't have to bring her canteen or something with her.
I think so.
Yeah, this is where
Brandy talks about being offended that Samson had offered all the women gifts, and her gift was not higher than the other woman. It was just, and she had a problem with that.
I did the Scooby-Doo moment at that one. I was like,
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It was out there, boy. Ain't no question about that. I mean, and Samson even said so and addressed that particular part of her response in his confessional. He said, "Hey, look. Bottom line is this: I do what I feel like is right to do, in an effort to show whoever I'm with that I'm with them and I'm focused on them, and it's a nice gesture. And so when I'm with Brandy, she needs to focus on that, and not be worried about what I'm doing with the other
and
women."
that is the problem. When women are in front of a man, they need to honor that space and time, be in the now. He's here talking to me right now. He's not talking to anybody else, but he's right in front of me. I'm eyeballing him and he's eyeballing me.
Yeah.
So at least I could be myself, because that's what's going to attract him.
It just seemed to
But
be.
when she talks about a gift, which is supposed to be just a symbol of something, and she goes in about a gift being higher or lower, girl, please.
Yeah, it was just not a good look, and it was just something that kind of, to me, smacked insecurity on her part.
And is she more interested in the gift, or is she interested in him?
And the person who gave her that gift.
Alabelle said that she liked Sharice's vibe.
She bold.
That boldness. I'll fight for you. Yada yada yada. But
yeah, and that was it out of the three.
Yeah, because if I was on a date with a man and he said he'll fight for me, I don't know him from Adam, I will think he's all about the ish. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
And you might be right.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
I ain't fronting.
Oh.
I ain't fronting.
Oh, okay.
Like the old folks used to say, tell it like a T.I. is.
So next up we have
Swayze.
And Swayze brings his boy Ish to the set. And they're meeting up with Miss Cadian. And Cadian is foul.
Oh, you just put it right out there.
I'm just gonna go for it. Tell the truth and shame the devil. The people don't want us to lie to them.
No, I can't. Gotta tell the
Cadian
truth.
says in her confessional she hopes Ish doesn't treat her the way her girlfriend treated Swayze when he got upset and left them. When the girlfriend they were all about the slicing and dicing, and she was sitting there and the girlfriend was asking him stupid questions, and he got upset and then left.
And she enjoyed seeing him squirm in terms of his responses, and kind of yucked it up or kikied it up with her girl during the entire episode.
Now, if you're interested in a man, why is it that you would like your friend who doesn't have a conversation but only interested in slicing a man up?
You could tell when she walked in, she was kind of apprehensive because she knew she had done wrong. She knew she had just sat back and watched this happen. And like you said, Swayze was a little bit salty.
Ish started asking her questions, and she indicated that she and Swayze has some sort of issue.
Right, communication related.
And Ish asked her what it was, and she talked about, she said to Ish that her friend was not as peaceful as he is, and she came at Swayze and he didn't like it. So Ish said, well, show me your friends and I'll tell you who they are. And like my mama would say, you better be careful the friends that you choose, because the old school folk believed in that. It was like a Bible verse. Show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. Because if you're all about righteousness and doing good, your friend's gonna be like that. If you're cruel and you're tacky and you're a mean girl, your friends are gonna show up like that.
In either scenario.
Right. If you're a thief and you like to do do people dirty,
right,
your friend's gonna co-sign that.
Right. I just think that it was not a good look for Cadian, and the ugliness that's capable of coming out of her was on display at that moment.
Right, she was talking and she was making faces like she's 5 years old.
Right,
You know, the
right.
eyes are rolling, and again, where did they find these
She
people?
was doing like Camille did a few seasons ago in DC. Yeah, all these reactionary faces to what's being said at the moment or point in time. Come on.
It would be nice to see a lady act like a lady in pursuit of getting a man of substance in her life.
That would seem to be a challenging endeavor this season.
Oh,
I'm just saying
who knew?
that's the way it appears to me.
Who knew?
Mm.
So when Miss Cadian headed out,
Rolls out right.
Ish told Swayze that, hey, he sees that, he got a connection, but he will take it one day at a time.
Yeah, and he needs to proceed with caution, basically.
Exactly. That's exactly what he was saying.
Mm. Yeah, and don't jump in too soon. Take your
Don't
time.
jump in too soon. Take your time, because Cadian got some ugly,
Mm.
and it's not a good look.
Mm.
And as we're talking about ugly, we go into the meeting with LJ.
Woo! Now let me just say this right off the top, okay? Because I it just kind of struck me as we were watching the episode that it was a mistake, in my opinion, my estimation, for these fellas to do their exes and invite more than one connection at a time to these meetings.
Yeah.
It was a bad idea, and to show you how bad an idea it was, we have LJ as our number one illustration. Go
And,
ahead.
and LJ brings Lauren, his ex, but Lauren is not a ex with years under her feet. Lauren and LJ just recently had sex a month ago,
Mm-hmm.
and Lauren is still in love with LJ.
Yeah, as
And
it would turn out.
LJ tells the ladies who show up, Trinika and Looney,
Mm-hmm.
that while he is pursuing another experience, and mind you, LJ didn't say, I'm pursuing a woman. He
Mm-hmm.
said he was pursuing an experience.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't say never as it relates to reawakening this experience he's been having with his ex Lauren.
Yeah, and you know what was interesting, and they said they revealed all of this in terms of the sexual end of it, but they also I think Lauren actually said prior to that they just recently broke up at the beginning of 22,
Right, right.
and I'm like,
So it's still fresh.
exactly. I'm like wondering,
The hookup,
are they still hooking up?
the hookup is
Right.
real.
Yes, yes.
So,
And you know who got that? Who picked up on that vibe? Shanika.
well, Trinika is the one who asked when was the last time you had sex.
Yeah, it just came right on out there, and he was like, "Oh hell, I'm in trouble now."
And when
No
she,
kidding.
And when she came in with that awful dress, things just out there.
The groceries just out in public where everybody can see him.
Yeah. Why do men call it groceries?
I don't know what men do. I know I call them.
Why do you call it
It
groceries?
just reminds me of something that they carry, and that's all. You know, when you're in the supermarket. And the problem is what?
Nothing. Because, you told me about groceries, and I always wondered, because I'm a transplant,
But
why are you calling my bits and my
Listen,
pieces groceries?
Listen. We as brothers, and this is a candid moment right here. We as brothers got a whole lot of names for a whole lot of stuff. Some of it flattering, some of it not so much, some of it offensive, some of it not so offensive. But we got names.
I just wouldn't like to be in the presence
No, I
of men
understand, and
talking that kind
I
of
understand that. But that's how brothers talk.
stuff. All right,
Okay.
I get you.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just switching it up on you. I need to stay focused.
Mm-hmm.
So my Caribbean brother is telling us that he recently had sex with his ex-girlfriend Lauren, who is present and who is there to give him some sort of insight about the woman who he is dating. But meanwhile, Lauren is still in love with him, and he says that he loves Lauren as well.
And not only that, Lauren is gathering information about the people that LJ invited to this meeting as well.
And maybe Lauren just showed up, like you said, to sabotage his thing.
And to size up things.
And to size things up, because that thing is still fresh. They still have their thing going on. And if he is looking for an experience on Ready to Love, that means that he's not looking for a woman on Ready to Love. So he basically, for all intents and purposes, was exposed.
Yeah.
And it was not a good look. He showed his entire ass, and it was not good.
And I think that's going to have repercussions in the future episodes when the women have the power.
Absolutely. I'll go back to the ladies' lunch and tell every last one of them we're voting out healthy.
Expect Trinica to do such the next go around.
That would be my assignment.
And not only that too, but in his confessional, I believe, LJ says, well, this experience was something that he described as awkward. No kidding.
Brother, it was beyond awkward.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say about that.
Why you feel that way, huh?
About my people. Anywho, the drama of the evening was when Kadian met with LJ, Mike, and Sharice.
Yeah, LJ decided he was going to invite those three out. I guess it was for Mexican food or something like that, and kind of chop it up about this week's experience, I guess.
Yeah, but let's get to it. Sharice and Kadian already had an upset before.
Yeah, coming in. That was the last week.
That was maybe last week or the week before.
Right.
They're not feeling each other.
Yep.
So, she in a confessional, Sharice said that she has put that aside. She's not going to dwell on that. She's just going to move forward. However, she still had some crow in her mouth, because as soon as Mike opened, asked Kadian a question whether she and Cherie were friends, Cherie immediately started talking about, at one point, Kadian sent her a text trying to build a friendship with her, and Kadian immediately said that she played her. She's not interested in getting friends. She's only there to make a connection with a man, and I'm not sure how you don't become friends with a man before you make a connection with him, but that's just me.
That's not just you.
So they're going back and forth. Cherie is upset. She brings out the text. She shows everyone that Kadian said that we can be friends, and she even talked about Kadian tried to encourage her, and Kadian said Cherie said that was fake, and Kadian agreed with her, showing her faces. Yeah, that was fake.
Yeah, I'm just playing the game.
I'm just playing the game, and you could see Cherie's getting hotter, and Kadian just egging her on with the facial expressions. Kadian and Cherise, they got the same personality.
You think so? Okay, I think they have some similar issues, but I don't think they have the same personality.
You don't think Cherise is a mean girl? Kadian sure enough is.
Well, I think Kadian is. I think Cherise. It kind of comes across to me as something who's not necessarily authentic.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and being a mean girl and being inauthentic is two different issues for them.
Okay, well, whatever that was, it was some ghettoification of Ready to Love.
Snap.
And it was not good TV. Two beautiful black women in the presence of two men who they're trying to engage, and they're squawking at each other for what?
Back and forth across the table.
For what? What did they gain from the exchange? Nothing.
And let me say this: the fellas were like allowing this to happen, and
Yeah.
in some points, I think both a cutaway of Mike and a cutaway of LJ showed them kind of like smiling, laughing.
They
I
were
don't know whether it's
smirking, but
uncomfortable
I
for
think
them or were they
it must have
they
been
enjoyed the show.
uncomfortable.
Mike kind of instigated this in
Sure enough
part from the
did.
very beginning,
Sure
so
enough
it
did.
might have been an entertainment value, kind of
Yeah,
attributed to him.
that's again one of the things men do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's one of the things they do. They will egg women on
brothers
and
will
look
be
for
front row in a cat fight, boy.
somebody to throw hands.
Right, and especially if clothes start coming off, boy, they will be with popcorn and a drink right there in the front row.
And the cell phone
Who you
too.
telling, right? They record all of it so they can post that shit. Sharice did say something that was part of that mean girl reference that you made about her in terms of that mean girl observation. She said that Katie was as ignorant as she looked.
Hmm.
That was completely unnecessary.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The ghettoification of it all.
Completely.
What did both of them gain from that exchange?
Not a
Absolutely
damn thing,
nothing.
anything, and not a damn thing constructive.
And now, what did they leave us with? Watching it.
Negative impressions about who they really are.
Thank you very much.
Got a witness.
So they get to the lounge and men to decide who they're feeling and who they're not. So Trinica met with Mike
She did.
and
Samson.
Looney met with Samson.
And Samson brought her some
Samson brought Looney some yellow flowers.
yellow flowers. I think it was.
And it looked like they had a spread. They were eating dinner.
Right.
And I thought it was so strange he's going to eliminate her and they're eating. I mean, if you're going to drop the bomb. But Looney.
Yeah, because food can be used in other ways.
Right. So Samson eventually dropped the bomb on Looney, and like Justice the last week, she took it in good stride. She was gracious, commend her for that. You know, they've had some wine and they finished their food,
On good terms.
and all was well.
Yeah, but let me just throw in this quick side note. You know, Tranika rather came in with two when she saw Mike
And
there.
thank God she had on a bra. So we know she got one in the
wardrobe.
In the wardrobe.
In the
because
in the
she
top
had
drawer.
one on.
In the
Right.
unmentionable
Right.
drawer.
Yes. So that's all we have.
You made it, Fred. You made it through.
I appreciate that.
You will.
Thank you for liking,
You got
sharing,
something you want
and
to say? Go ahead, say
subscribing.
it. Say it.
Stop instigating. You're so bad.
I'm doing a mic.
You're so bad.
I'm doing a mic, ain't it? What y'all think? Y'all think she should go ahead and say what she got to say on her mind? I do.
Thank you for your time. Thank you that we could live in peace. And thank you that eventually, one day,
Sister's gonna learn, huh?
not the sister's gonna learn, but one day women can value themselves enough to know that it doesn't begin until they show up, and they don't have to be thirsty, running after a man. All that they are and all that they present to the world, as long as it's steeped in goodness, it's enough, and it's sexy as heck.
Yeah, I agree. But like I said, a lot of sisters haven't learned that as of yet, and was kind of unfortunate is that you would think that, or you would hope and anticipate that based on the experience of these ladies, based on their age, that they would have learned such lessons by now, but it doesn't seem like they have.
Yeah. Anywho, I guess good things will happen eventually. They're not on my time schedule. They're on
Neither on mine either. They're on their own.
So, blessings to you guys. Have a good one. Have a great weekend. Be safe and be in joy. And get a good bribe if you have to.
If you're out there and you're just swinging.